So, being a current student athlete and taking this class has really helped me in ways that I hoped it would at the beginning of the semester. Just talking about different techniques that I can use and apply specific to my sport, especially like during season, has been extremely critical to the success and not only of track but also just academically and just changing my mindset as I go through life. So, the three main things that I wanted to kind of focus on, like talking about, were the lessons that I gained from goal setting, communication, and then meditation. So, goal setting has always kind of been, I guess, pretty central in my life. I've always had goals of like going to specific colleges and competing in certain events and getting times in certain events. And I had previously heard about goals in terms of focusing on the process and stuff, but I never really spent time or a lot of effort kind of interpreting what that meant in the context of my personal goals and then in the context of my life. So this semester I had goals of just remaining calm during competition and meditating during competition or before competition and just focusing on the process and more importantly, focusing on things that I'm personally able to control. So, for example, this semester I implemented things like, let's control how much water I drink, let's control how many vegetables I eat, let's control how much sleep I get, let's control the vibes and like people that I surround myself with. All those things are in my control and things that I have changed this semester specifically, like that kind of stemmed from this class, and I'm really grateful that I was afforded opportunities to think about those things. And also the kind of going off of the goal setting thing, the injury unit actually really helped me, even though I have not been injured anytime recently or have gone through a serious injury, knock on wood, thank goodness. But I think as any athlete or any person, I've had many setbacks, and I think learning how to deal with that process and setting goals in the midst of those setbacks is extremely important. And so that unit kind of really helped me figure out how to do that and just like keep things in perspective when I'm going through hard times. So next, the unit on communication has really made an impact on me. I think this year, the biggest lesson that I've learned in track and just in life in general is the importance of communication, whether that's in like romantic relationships, friendships, relationships between coaches or professors. I've learned that most people, generally speaking, are pretty well-intentioned. Of course, not all the time, but generally speaking, people are pretty well-intentioned, and a lot of tension arises mainly due to like misunderstandings and lack of communication. So I actually got a new coach this year. And I was really excited. I was like, this is the start of something new, yada, yada, yada. I typically do well under those circumstances, but I definitely had some challenges with this coach. And again, this coach does not mean wrong or like mean bad or anything like that, but it's really just his efforts and what I'm putting in, like what I'm expecting. We're just not communicating very well for that. And so after that communication unit, I kind of made it my personal goal, like no matter what he was doing, because again, that's out of my control. I made it my personal goal to communicate better and say more specifically like what I want to get across. And so that has allowed me to just form a better relationship with him and enjoy my time at practice and at meets a little bit better. I've learned that people can't know what you want from them unless you explicitly tell them. And so I've definitely focused on just telling people what I want and what I expect. And if something happens, telling them what I didn't like about what happened and how maybe it could be better next time. And so, I think communication is one of the most important aspects of like life in general. So I'm really fortunate that I took a moment to really think about that this semester and apply it to my life. And then lastly, meditation has played a really interesting role in my life this semester. I'm not even sure if that was even supposed to happen from this class, but I personally loved the meditations that we did in class. That was honestly like, I really look forward to it, and it's something that I just started implementing in my life. I generally am a very anxious person. I get anxious about school, family, relationships, track, like literally so anxious all the time. And I notice like serious changes to my body when I'm anxious or stressed, and meditation really eliminates all of the things that I kind of experience through that. And so now my automatic response to like stress or anxiety or whatever is like meditation. And that has never really been a thing for me before this semester, before this class or anything. But just off of how I felt during our meditation sessions in class, I knew that like that was a way that I could de-stress and make myself less anxious. And even when I couldn't sleep, or when I feel like I'm not being productive and just need to refocus, I take a moment and like meditate and do what I have to do in order to like relax my mind, because when my mind is relaxed, I execute better. I'm more focused, I'm more productive, I produce better work. And so honestly, that's one of the things that I took away most from this semester in this class, and I'm so, so grateful. Thank you so much for everything you've done this semester. I really learned a lot, and I genuinely looked forward to our classes every week. So thank you.